Honored to be here to represent queer and trans Caribbean people in New York City.
Tell me about your organization, Caribbean Equality Project. Tell me.
The Caribbean Equality Project was started in 2015 in response to anti-LGBTQ hate violence. My brother, my partner, and I survived that incident. We're celebrating 8th anniversary this year, and I want to say that today, this celebration is a resistance to a national movement to roll back our rights. But LGBTQ people are here to stay, and we are not going anywhere. Pride is still a protest.
And that attack on you and your family, very personal. Here, you're in New York City, you think, great. Tell me a little bit about that, how that affected you and your family.
I was really traumatized for many, many months, and I needed to heal, and I had to seek counseling, I had to seek support, and I also realized that there wasn't a space in New York City for Caribbean LGBTQ immigrants. And today, the Caribbean Equality Project serves hundreds of LGBTQ asylum seekers and LGBTQ Caribbean Americans.
Because that community, it has, like every community has issues.
Absolutely.
But you've been there. How rewarding to be there for someone, and if you had that when you were younger.
I did not have an organization like Caribbean Equality Project when I was growing up, but today I am proud to lead Caribbean Equality Project with incredibly visionary people at the helm of the table. And we get to support our community, we get to empower our community, and we get to make sure that they live pridefully.
And one of the things that will help your organization is the Pride Gives Back grant. How does that help you?
This year, the Pride Gives Back grant allowed us to create an exhibition called Live Pridefully, Love and Resilience Within Pandemics. And it features 7 Caribbean LGBTQ immigrants from Guyana, Trinidad and Tobago, Haiti, and Jamaica. And it's on view in Richmond Hill, Queens.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, and happy Pride to all my queer Caribbean siblings.
Your costume change?
I could.
Always have a costume.
I have more. I
look
came
what's
prepared.
coming through
Because
now.
when
We've
we
got
close,
some stilts.
when they give us a wrap, we're going to have to go super fast. But I want to know, you were out there. I
Yes.
just want to know, what did you see that meant something to you?
I think one of the biggest things this year, and we talked about this and hit on this, is yes, there's excitement and celebratory atmosphere. But the folks I talked to, from the Grand Marshals to the just people in the crowd, there was the folks from Pennsylvania, the Bronx, France, they're all really committed to big picture change and fighting the fight. Not just coming here and partying and dancing, and they love that, but they understand where we are, where we need to be. So that struck me more so than past years, the dedication and the realization that there is so much more fight in this fight.
So it's not really somber, but there's a sense of resistance.
Yes, resistance and
work.
resilience,
Yes, and
too.
resilience.
So I felt that.
Lauren, did you have a final thought?
Well, I just enjoyed talking to some of the performers. We talk about how important art is as a way of messaging and setting a tone. So to interview some of these young performers, Brooke Eden and what she's doing for country music, marrying her love, Holly, this past year, trying to be accepted by a community that was so traditional for so very long, and she is making her way with music.
This is how we help change things. We actually stopped using the word traditional when it comes to some of those things, because just because it's been done.
So blocked off.
You know what I mean? Because
stunted.
we have traditions too.
Yes.
As queer traditions, we need to honor and uplift our traditional ways as the standard. You know what I mean?
That is, and I take the correction because that's an important note. But talking to her, and she doesn't feel like she is an activist, but she is an activist through her music. And she's using that platform, writing about what she truly believes in and hoping it resonates with other people who will also feel included by what she has to say.
That's amazing.
Oh, I do want to say, because I see the Caribbean Equality Project going on. And again, one of the things I want to highlight are the people who get a chance to march and be on TV because they would not have been moments ago.
Yay.
So our first Dominican political party to march in Pride because
And by the way,
you belong.
Look at
this sea
the
of
following.
people. Look at this.
We talked about all the participants.
All the people joining the march, exactly.
They have a huge outpouring.
That's amazing. And it's really important that we show solidarity to our folks in the Caribbean, because folks are just now having, like, there's a Trans Wave Jamaica. It's an LGBTQ organization there that is small and mighty. They're still facing violence in those places. So whenever they can come to the States and celebrate with us, they get a charge from us that they can take back to the Caribbean.
And say, look what we did. Look what we did in New York. We can do that here.
Angelica, you've been here, and it's such a joy to have you. Anything, a final thought on today that...
Yeah, just allies, we need you to take action. Allyship is not a badge of honor. It is an action that you take. And you just have to understand that even if you're silent, silence is an ingredient of our current environment, because there's a lot of people who stay silent.